the data released over the European session?
I mean, it's easy to kind of get caught up in what's happening in Greece at the moment. Obviously, they've kind of been to and fro, but we've had a few kind of interesting numbers come out this morning. We had the second reading of French GDP, which is strong again. We've seen this rising corporate profit margins. We've seen strong household spending. So people kind of, when they look at the kind of mess politically that Europe's in at the moment, look at what's happening in Greece, you've actually seen quite a few interesting kind of stronger numbers creeping in there, up 0.6% in the quarter.
But can President Hollande take the credit, or is this just a ECB type thing going on there?
I think it's easy to get so hung up on what's happening at the ECB level, but I think you ignore what's actually happening in terms of business at your peril. I think, loath as I am to say it, we have seen some growth in the business sector. We have seen an increased business activity, even if they are starting from a lower level, and they do have plenty of place to go from there.
So it's ironic that the things might just get better just before the EU collapses.
Yeah, people actually having access to credit again. You're actually starting to see a bit of, it has cost a lot of money to get to this point, but you are seeing some business activity.
Out of the IFO numbers, what's the most important?
Well, the German numbers obviously they're still strongly in growth territory, above that 100 mark. But they have weakened. They're the weakest levels in 4 months. I think the kind of business climate one is probably the biggest source of concern. We've seen some weakening there, and I think that's influenced by what's happening at the European level, which is kind of starting to cloud a few people's expectations.
Right, and on the UK front, just the mortgage approvals, which presumably were affected by the general election?
Well, we've had great mortgage approval. We've had another strengthening, the highest level since March last year. I mean, at the current rates, why wouldn't you? The longer the Bank of England keeps delaying any hikes. We've had this. We're booming in the housing sector. People want it. If people can get access to credit, they want it right now because they don't want to miss that train. They don't want to miss the opportunity of getting into these low rates right now, and they don't want to see that house they want to buy go up by 20k over the next 6 months. So